Russia's aggression against Ukraine is particularly alarming for people in the U.S. who have friends or family in that country. Our national correspondent, Tarika Duncan, spoke with an exchange student whose parents live in eastern Ukraine, not far from the border with Russia. Tarika, good morning.
Good morning. Obviously, a lot of fear and concern, as we've heard throughout the morning. 19-year-old Anya Hapachonke is a college freshman studying in Dallas. We first interviewed her Tuesday afternoon. She told us she's been in touch with her parents every day and trying not to panic. Well, shortly after last night's escalation, we spoke with her again to see if she'd been able to reach them.
It was 5 a.m. in the morning, like Moscow time and Ukrainian time as well.
Anya Hapachonke says as soon as she heard Russian President Vladimir Putin announce what he called a military operation in Ukraine, she called her parents to warn them.
So basically, I woke them up with a phone call, like messenger call. And I told them that, well, you know, what's happening, because I saw this information. And they were like, well, we don't know. We were just sleeping, and that's it.
Hapachonke says her parents' home is roughly 60 miles from the Russian border. They told her they had not heard any gunfire yet and are now planning to leave today.
I realized that my parents are, making some progress in actually packing stuff and things to leave my hometown quite soon.
The official website of Ukraine's parliament, she says, has been taken down.
Probably because so people won't receive any updates or any other information, I would think so.
Hapachonke told us that living with this threat has been a part of daily life, but this is the first time her parents have ever decided to leave.
Hapachonke's brother, her niece, and boyfriend are also in Ukraine. Everyone, she says, at this point is really just seeking safety. And we did speak to some other Ukrainian Americans that have been here now for at least 15 or 20 years. And the sentiment was fear. It was, I've always known that there's been a threat, but now it feels real. And I even reached out to the woman that we spoke to who wasn't in our piece. But she said she has not been able to reach her family yet, and her biggest concern is not having the communication and wondering if that breaks down, then what? And there's no plan.
Yeah. It's absolutely terrifying. You know, we've been talking about how this affects the U.S., throughout all of this coverage. And one of it is that we're a country of immigrants, and there are huge Ukrainian communities here in America, like in Chicago, where I live, and all of the people that you spoke to. Right,
and when we went to Lehigh Valley, which is right outside of Philadelphia, they have a substantial Ukrainian population there too, but there's so much, as you guys have been talking about all morning long, there's so much history, there's so much to understand about before the Soviet Union and when it broke up. But honestly, I think it's just prayer is what we heard a lot of. I'm just praying for my family in Ukraine, and that's all we can do. I can send money, I can send food, I can send clothing, but I can't make sure that my family is going to be safe.
And this is all counter Putin's idea that they're all part of a Russian history, a common history. 3/4 of the people in Ukraine speak Ukrainian, not Russian. They're Ukrainian, not Russian.
Yeah, and Adriana, you make a good point. As we sit here thinking about inflation and the conflict and the impact it has on us, you think about the Ukrainian people that are spread out throughout the world, that are worried about friends and family in this moment. We have to keep them in our thoughts and prayers. That's for Tarika. Thank you so much.